To me, climate change is the kind of speeding up the warming of the environment based on the use of large amount of use of fossil fuels. We're constantly degrading our ecosystems for what we want to use them for, which may not be protecting them, and I think it's important to keep the ones protected that we still have to enjoy them.
A big part of it is people don't really see how much it'll affect them if the ecosystems and things collapse here or around the world. People like to separate themselves from the issue, and it's going to really affect them in the future and affect future generations a lot if something isn't done about it now. It'll definitely affect like jobs and things, because like if the stuff's getting cut, the agencies and things like that, there's not going to be as much areas for students to get jobs in later years.
Areas of climate change and maybe funding for certain organizations might be cut through legal action, but also I think passionate people will still be into it, and that'll increase their passion for it, is to get it back up and running.
It could affect it in a good way for jobs, because the way the environment is, it has a lot of problems right now, and I think we're living in a generation that can be the ones that figure out the problems.
You see storms becoming stronger each year, temperatures are rising because of our actions as humans and what we use. So in order to keep this place lively for us and our future generations, I think we need to make some changes.
Best place to start is kind of like a general awareness and kind of communicating to people that don't necessarily think that it's real, showing them the scientific evidence and things like that. Even if you can't get like a big movement going, at least getting the ideas out there and the scientific evidence communicated in a way that makes it easier for people to understand is like the first step to like really changing anything.
I think it's important just to spread awareness to maybe people who aren't as commonly knowledgeable about the topic, and the more people you spread it to, the more that they can do to help make it less of a problem.
They affect basically the whole health of the world, all the resources we have. It can affect water, it can affect like food, agriculture, people, basically everything that we know to be as life. It'll change if we have a big collapse.
I think we need to prevent it, because future generations have just as much a right to enjoy it as we did, and I don't think it's fair for us to decide what they get to have.
This is the only environment we have. In order to live here, we need to protect it. We can't just use it all up.